Previously on Dear Sapphy.
And also what people don't understand is a lot of narcissists don't willingly come to therapy. And if you willingly come to therapy because you really want to change, it's because you had some of these crises occur. Mm-hmm. But the most time that you see narcissists come to therapy is to learn how to emote, to be manipulative.
Oh my gosh.
So,
oh, no. Wow.
Yeah. So it's really hard process. So if you're doing the work, I have seen people be like, no, I actively know this is a thing and it's tearing me apart. And it took me to lose my family and everything I own to see how bad this was. But I also know people who literally are just like, I'm going to go here and soak all this shit up so I can learn all the buzzwords, all the things to say, all the ways to fake empathy. And it's something that happens commonly with personality disorders, especially narcissistic personality disorder.
That's so yeah, I hear you saying that they usually have to hit rock bottom, which I know a lot of disorders are like that, even alcoholics and drug addicts. And that's why I think I have more empathy, because not only do I have that in my family, but I worked in like shelters and things like that. And so I'm a little bit more sensitive to realizing that you don't usually judge a person for their disorder, because that's a symptom of a problem, not the root of the problem. So I think that's why I have more sensitivity. And I've noticed with alcoholics and drug addicts, you can do interventions, you can like try to help them out, but until they hit rock bottom, until they decide to change, like they're generally not going to seek the help out, or it's not going to usually be sustainable. But that's so wild to me that if they do take it upon themselves, they're literally learning how to like sharpen their artillery and get more tools to be manipulative. That's sick. It's really
really wild. Like my child's father, I remember for work he was ordered to go to therapy, and I remember when you're dating a clinician, you pick up things. Mm-hmm. And I remember we were broken up during this time, him being like, oh, I'm with this therapist, and I told him X, Y, and Z, and he looked at me and was just like, what the f***? And he just burst out laughing, and I was like, you up there with this man just to see what information he's going to give. I was like, you have the opportunity to work on other shit. You know you don't have to work on this related to this, right? And he was like, I could, but I don't really want to be here anyway, so I'm just going to use it for what it's worth.